he will get murked on site. On bloody site. Because the guys in here, Jamaican content creator, not the OnlyFans type content, but the content that people apparently crave, I guess I thought. Well, so here, different camera angle, tell me if you like it or not. If you look, everything look a little bit, you know what I mean? Yeah, so welcome back. So here's what I want to talk about. Somebody posted on comment on one of my videos on YouTube, yeah, rare thing these days, but we just go to the flow, right? To ask about the Johnny Somali situation. Now, I allowed the hype to die down a bit which was bad. I think I should have just jumped on immediately, but whatever. Gizmo did a bunch of videos on it. He was on the For Example podcast. You can check that out. By I Am City and Chelsea is everywhere. Yeah, they're on Instagram, YouTube, all these platforms. Cool, check them out. All right, so Johnny Somali is this live streamer who came to Japan. He's American, apparently. I didn't think he was American based on his accent, but he's actually Somalian, Ethiopian, half mixed, quarter, whatever he's mixed with, and he grew up in America. Cool. Comes to Japan and he's just wreaking bear havoc. Young guy, he's not more than 21, 22 years old, whatever. He's young, they say, whatever, fine. Comes in and says, hey, we do back to you, bomb, naga, blah, blah, ray. All the stuff that they had, the stuff that happened in Japan's history that was really an atrocity. He was saying that to some Japanese people on the train. That video goes viral, people online commenting, blah, blah, blah. He issues an apology, which later he takes down. He's then subsequently attacked by some Japanese people saying, you whatever, and then they start calling him using the N-word with the hard ER. Play stupid games to get stupid prizes. And he went on the podcast. I saw like a clip of it, and I was just like, I don't know. I guess there are different angles for persons saying he's young and he should learn, whatever. But no, to me, here's the thing. People always say young people need to learn by experience, but sometimes you don't need to go through a bad experience or use or experience something to learn. You can learn from others' mistakes as well. All right, and from others that gone before you. Jake Paul came to Japan and was acting the fool, doing all sorts of pranks or whatever. I went in the Aokigahara forest, I think this is called, the suicide forest. Went in there, and but he was bringing awareness to suicide, which that's not how you do it. How he did it. Yeah, and he got reprimanded. People were like, what is this? Don't get it back. So foreigners on a whole already have a bad reputation, mostly in Japan. Cool. You as a black man come here with your idiocy and your whatever, acting like a complete fool and doing all sort of things to harass people for the sake of views and for your subscribers or followers, so you can get the pay to do stuff and whatever. And I mean, I don't know. People do things for whatever reason they do it for, and that's on them. But when the actions now start to impact others, when you start to make things harder for others that have nothing to do with you, bro. I don't know you from nowhere, right? But you're a black man. So as a black man, you're in Japan especially, are an ambassador for your race, my guy. All right, and so as an ambassador, you have to act a certain way. You have to carry yourself a certain way so that they can say, well, okay, at least do that. No, this man has I don't know why. To me, he doesn't need to get out of here. Go stream in China or something. Or go stream in Korea. Go stream somewhere else. Because you have now made it a lot harder for black foreigners who have to live here to deal with stuff. All right, you don't have to deal with the backlash per se in different ways. And Japanese are very subtle in how they do things here. System is set up in a way, of course, to protect the Japanese first. That's fine and all that. They're great. But then no, you with your idiocy, your ludicrosity, Mr. Somalian man, you just really don't even speak for us at all. You don't represent us at all. But yet the Japanese will use this and say, hey, yappare, just as I thought, black people don't have any respect. Black people can't follow rules. Black people are this and that. And that will perpetuate for another 40, 50 years. You have basically destroyed a relationship that has been carefully created, curated and nurtured to get to a certain point. And you just come here with your wildness. If you're white, I wouldn't even give a chance. Do what you want to do, white man. Go ahead, because they can do no wrong in this country. Right? So we have to live we have to be on our P's and Q's at all times. And I'm so disappointed that this man does decide. You know what? He would not go into the Bloods neighborhoods or the Crips neighborhood and say, yo, F you, boy. I represent Bloods while he's with Crips. Or I would say, I represent the Crips, bro. We homie, bro. Crips for life. He would never do that because he know what would happen to him. He will get murked on site. On bloody site. But you know the nature of Japanese people is not to be confrontational. So you come here with a silly and almost you come here with your foolishness, with your rubbish, and you know, oh, my subscribers want me to do this, so they pay me $10 or $20 for this. Okay, I'm gonna do this because you know, whatever. Bro, man's making decent money on his streams. He's probably making more than me for my regular job for acting like that. But that's what 2023 and the pandemic has done, just caused other persons to be able to, you know, pivot into doing a lot of live streaming and stuff that and then acting outrageous or doing or making outlandish statements, and people just lapping it up. And that's what, you know, I guess that's what it is. You know, people may say I sound like a hater. Well, I guess that's what I am, a hater. I hate the fact that you are misrepresenting black people. I hate the fact that, yes, you have some Japanese people that might be racist or might show discrimination or whatever. That is whatever. That's a totally different thing. I am not going to not because someone does that to me means I should do it to somebody else or to them. You know what I mean? We're adults here, man. Come on, bro. Like, you might affect other people's livelihood. You know, if it's you in an isolated situation that don't care about it, do what you want in your own space, yeah, fine. But when you what your actions clearly is going to have wider reaching implications. You might have live streamers of all races or all creeds not being able to film anymore. You know, you might have persons, they might clamp down back on tourists or foreigners from certain countries or whatever because of what you did. Because I don't think you understand. You know? The internet is forever, my guy. Trust me, I know. I have done stuff, uploaded stuff that I shouldn't have uploaded, maybe, for my sake, and it's still there. Deleting it, still there. People have screenshots, recordings, whatever. Even my own friends, or people that consider my friends, have something, and from time to time they bring it up and they play the video again, or they play the screenshots and show the screenshot again, and it is something I regret to this day, bro. I'm 37 years old. I'm telling you, bro, there's much more you can do with your life than doing stuff like that, fam. You see me? And there people, I mean, do you, bro? I mean, you know, I don't care anymore, really, to be honest. I really don't care that much anymore, because I'm just gonna do what I gotta do to the best of my ability to ensure that I represent my race, my country, make my people them proud. All right, boom, done with that Somalian buffoon. Somalian girls are hot, by the way. Somalian girls, big forehead, big bunda. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yeah, anyway, back down. So next, the other thing I just recently I did a video on Instagram speaking to the whole the reform of the Criminal Activity Act, which, you know, changed the definition of the RAPE to not include resisting violently. So the language, how the law was framed from 1907. Okay, 116 years ago, longer than Dragon Ball Z and One Piece put together. Right, the law was framed in a way that if the person did not give consent, and the person had to not give consent and would have had to show violent resistance to that attempt on them for it to count as the RAPE word. Right, I'm trying not to get demonetized. All right, so that's a ridiculous law. So what brought this reform and change was that there was a case in Nagoya with a 19-year-old whose father did that thing to her, but she did not show enough resistance violently, so the case was thrown out. Right? She did not show enough resistance to show resistance to the act. Okay? And this is what is thrown out. A daughter. First of all, a daughter and a father is wrong. Full stop. But the fact that And then I remember the family was upset with her for bringing shame to the family for talking about what happened to her. No, it's what I'm talking about. But, you know, I don't want to talk about that. And that's fine. But these are real issues that happen. And so the law has been changed to provide greater justice for victims and to put harsher penalties on those who have committed these crimes, which is something that should have been done anyway. They've raised the age from 13 to 16 officially, but the prefectures apparently had the age of consent higher than that, but it's not officially written into law. All right. Also included in that reform is that now men can be considered as victims. Now, there's a whole argument about if a man can actually be raped, you know? And so once there's arousal, I guess they're saying that is a sign of content. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's something that I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, that's the recent thing. So hopefully guys, I'll try to do some more videos coming to the channel. We're going to see a different style, maybe some street interviews, a couple of them, and you know, regular stuff, because I can't just stick to one thing, which is probably an issue with how the channel is growing. All right, cool. If you like this type of video, you like the new setup, let me know. I'll do more videos like this. Podcast-ish vibes, whatever, I don't know. Thank you for watching and staying through. Yeah, this is Andre. This is Pickles the Guy, Jamaican YouTuber. Welcome to my channel. And yes, you know, make sure to subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. This is the voice of Future Radio, and we are here in Japan having a good time. My name is Pickles the Guy, the Jamaican YouTuber. Okay, I'm out. I don't know why I'm talking like this, because this is not my real voice, but this is the radio broadcast voice that you may hear somewhere in the future near you. I'm an idiot. All right, bye. Peace out. Love it. Stop it.